This portion of the news is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community.
Prescription drugs represent a major healthcare expense, and the number of adults in the United States taking prescription medication is increasing. A new study examined trends in prescription drug use from 1999 to 2012 among U.S. adults. Catherine Dolf has more in this week's JAMA report.
This health tip is brought to you by
Desert View Hospital and Mountain Valley Physicians Group. Don't put your health on hold. We have time for you. Call us to schedule your appointment. 775-751-7100.
Today there seems to be a pharmacy on almost every street corner. With hundreds of different drugs coming and going from the market, it's not surprising that prescription drug use is on the rise.
We observed an overall increase in prescription drug use. In 1999-2000, 51% of all U.S. adults aged 20 and older reported any use of prescription medications. And this increased to 59% in 2011-12.
Dr. Elizabeth Cantor from Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center and co-authors examined more than a decade of data from nearly 40,000 U.S. adults 20 years and older participating in the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, or NHANES. The number taking 5 or more prescription drugs almost doubled from 8.2% in 1999 to 2000 to 15% in 2011 to 2012.
This is particularly notable among older adults, ages 65 and older. When we account for age, we find that the trends persist, suggesting that there are factors other than the aging of the population driving this increase. When we look at drugs taken to control high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, depression, we see increases in all of those drug classes. We also see increases in some less commonly used drug classes, such as muscle relaxants.
Simvastatin, used to treat high cholesterol, was the most commonly used prescription drug in 2011-12, taken by nearly 8% of all U.S. adults.
And when we look at the 10 most commonly used drugs in 2011-12, most of these drugs are taken for conditions associated with cardiovascular disease, as well as the factors contributing to cardiovascular disease, such as obesity.
The sharpest increases in prescription drug use occurred in the early 2000s.
Within the later 2000s, we actually saw that some drug classes remained stable and some modestly decreased.
Catherine Dolf, the JAMA Report.
Prior studies about prescription drug use were limited in scope and often restricted to certain populations. Nevada is planning to pay a bit more than it originally proposed for therapists who work with children with autism after parents complained the hourly rate was too low. State health officials announced today that they plan to reimburse providers $31.31 an hour for services provided by registered behavior technicians to children under Medicaid. That's up from the original proposed rate of $29.50, but well below the $40 rate that many parents requested. State officials say there are 113 registered behavioral technicians in Nevada. The technicians must have at least a high school diploma, 40 hours of training, and a certification. Parents said Nevada needed to pay better to attract enough therapists to the state. Next year is the first time the time-intensive autism therapy will be covered through Medicaid. Reporters Bonnie Penix and Alexandrea Hondo attended the Soul Train Awards in Las Vegas Friday night.
The Soul Train Awards returned to the Orleans Arena on Friday to rock Las Vegas with soulful musical inspiration.
I'm Bonnie Penix on the red carpet at the 2015 Soul Train Awards.
Celebrities and music industry finest are here to honor and celebrate R&B's most soulful artists.
Soul Train itself is the epitome of what longevity is. And we've supported it, we've rocked with it for many, many years, and we're going to continue to rock with it for many years to come. That's why it was important for us to celebrate, not only Soul Train and give homage to Soul Train, but celebrate ourselves.
Queen of Neo Soul, Erykah Badu, hosted the annual event, but the highest esteemed honor of the night, the Legend Award, went to legendary performer and songwriter Kenneth Babyface Edmonds for his extensive body of work, exceptional talent, and his music industry influence.
What do you think about Babyface up for a Legend Award? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, Babyface has done a lot of contributions to our industry, mainstream music industry. He's a wonderful guy as well, and I think he's deserving of it, don't you?
I do.
Multi-talented Jill Scott would make history by receiving the first ever Lady of Soul Award for her unique and expansive contribution to soul music. And Bruno Mars won Song of the Year for Uptown Funk. Silento performed an impromptu version of Watch Me on the red carpet, which he's received a nomination for Best Dance Performance. Show-stopping soulful performances by Tyrese, Bobby Brown, Fantasia, and R. Kelly, to name only a few, brought the audience to their feet. So tune in to the hippest trip on BET November 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time to see all the winning results. I'm Bonnie Penix reporting.
Thanks, Bonnie. Alexandrea Hondo gives us a fashion report from the Soul Train red carpet.
I'm Alexandrea Hondo on the red carpet at the 2015 Soul Train Awards at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas.
Fashion on the Soul Train red carpet was through the roof. Even though black was the dominant theme, there was lots of glitz, sparkle, and color. Each person had a unique look with a different story behind it. Demetria wore a beautiful long purple side-cut dress with an elegant hood. She said her grandmother created it. Cowboy Troy dressed in cowboy attire, defining his stage name. Each outfit worn on the red carpet sparked the personality of the star wearing it. Fashion is a very significant part of any public outing, and it defines who you are without even having to say a word.
I love your style. How would you describe your style?
Different.
Okay, I like it. Thank you.
I'm Alexandrea Hondo reporting with Under a Minute Fashion Wrap-Up.
Thanks so much, Alexandria. Golden Entertainment has released its financial report from its first 2 months as a public company. The company is the result of a $341 million merger of Lakes Entertainment and Golden Gaming. They said its net income for the third quarter was $3 million, or 16 cents per share. The figure reversed a $23.1 million net loss reported in the same quarter a year ago by Lakes Entertainment. Combined, Golden Entertainment said its net revenue for the quarter that ended in September 30th was $62.5 million. The quarter included 61 days of results from Golden Gaming. News 46 will return in just a moment.